Hi, everyone. I'm Daita Sergi. I'm Senior Education Manager with ASHI, and I'm so excited to share this hour with you. I want to start by thanking Meghna and Jenny, who are both on the call today, for proposing this course series to ASHI and for organizing it with us. It looks really great, the sessions that they put together and the presenters that they brought in are really awesome. And thank you all for registering and spending this couple of sessions for the next couple of months with us. So for today, I really wanted to just make sure that people can get into the platform. It can get a little bit confusing, but once you're in, it's easy to navigate. So what I am planning to do is, we have 60 minutes. We may end earlier depending on how it goes. Ideally, keep your cameras on, but you don't have to be present and participate. We'll do a little bit of who's in the room. We'll explore the platform, a very quick overview of the course and the schedule. And then since we're here, why not do a little bit of networking breakouts, ask questions anytime. You should be able to mute and unmute when you need to. And yeah, so thank you for being here. And I see also a couple of our presenters have joined. That's awesome. So let's get started. And why don't we do some intros via the chat storm, and I'll explain what that is. But before we do that, if you don't have this already, can you please rename with first name, last name, and institution, just so we can see who's here. Like Roya has done that already. Awesome. I have Daita Sergi ASHI, and I see Lani has also put her institution there. And if you need help with how to rename, let me know. But you can hover over your picture and there's 3 dots and you should be able to rename there, or go into the participants list. You should be at the top of the participants list and there should be a button when you hover over your name and be able to rename. So awesome. So we have people from James Madison, Meghna from UT Arlington, Kat is from CSU Penn State. We have Jenny from Georgia Tech. And some of these names are long, like Danielle is from the University of Texas at Dallas. So Texas is in the room. And then we have Fanshawe College. Is this how you say it? Fanshawe? Indiana University, Ramapo. Awesome. So, and Roger is from Luther College, Ontario Tech. So we also have Canada here, right? Good. Okay, because the sessions will be, we have presenters from both the US and Canada that will lead our sessions. And we have also participants, not just from US and Canada. We actually have a couple of countries represented in this course, which I think it's really awesome. Okay, so now let's do that chat storm. So I'll put the instructions in the chat. So type about, I don't know, a couple of words of what you're looking for in this course, but don't hit enter. I'll wait for you to write that, and then we'll all hit enter at the same time. This is why it's a storm, because all the chats come in at the same time. And it's really nice that it gives people some time to think of what they want to write, and they don't feel the pressure of reading what everyone else said while they're also trying to type. So this is a good technique on Zoom when you want to give a little bit of time to people to reflect on something and then share in the chat. So maybe I'll give you another 10 seconds or so. And let's go and hit enter. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. And now you see that all of these are coming in. And so what are people looking forward to? So understanding of institution commitments, learning from other RCEs, innovative approaches to regional sustainability sounds awesome. Implementing SDGs, STARS reporting, how to use the platform, awesome. That's today's session for inspiration and information. And sustainability master plan informed by the SDGs sounds great. I really like what Steve put in there, connections, ideas, inspirations, and laughter. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of everything there. Connection, collaboration, sustainability. So thank you for that. And thank you for being here. So now that we know who's in the room and what you're looking for, I wanted to briefly give you an overview of the platform. Most people are new to Zoom events in general. Has anyone else used or been part of an event on Zoom events before? Anyone? Oh, okay. So some nods this way, some this way. This is so let me see if I can share my screen here, and you should. Oh, you're not seeing what you're supposed to be seeing.
We will give us time.
Okay, so I think you should be seeing the platform. So I logged in twice, so I can also share my screen. But when you get in the lobby, you're here. This is the lobby chat. I put some welcome messages here, but this is something that you can use at any time. If you have, like, you're in the lobby, but can't get into the session, or you just want to engage with the people between the sessions and so on. This is a good place where you can do that. The sessions and itinerary, if this was a conference and you had like multiple sessions happening at the same time, then it would make sense to create an itinerary that would be like your schedule, the sessions that you bookmark. In this case, there's only one session per day, so there isn't really a point of creating an itinerary, but you can, of course. So the first one will be next week, and Meghna, who's actually here with a few other presenters, I think Karen is also on the call, will be presenting to us on February 21st. So this is how you can see the session and the presenters. Unfortunately, in this platform, in the little preview, it only shows one of the presenters, but all the sessions have more than one presenter. On the March 21st, we have a combined session from RC Georgetown and Shenandoah Valley, and these are all the presenters. You can see both descriptions of the sessions here. They will be both in the same Zoom meeting, so you'll not have to switch from one to the other. But just so you know, there will be, on that day, there will be sessions from 2 RCs. And then on April 4th, we have Saskatchewan, and Oralee was here at the very beginning. She had to go, but she made it into the platform, yay. And Roger, I think he's on the call today. Yes, hi Roger. So he's gonna present with Oralee and Roxanne. And then on Tuesday, April 25, we have Jenny, who's also here, and Jill and Gary and Roxanne presenting on building bridges for change. Awesome topic. And then the last session will be on May 9, and we'll have a presentation from RC Puerto Rico for the first half, and then Pamela Pham from RC Atlanta will do a concluding immersive reflection and, you know, have a final discussion for the course as a whole. So that's a little bit of how the schedule will look like. We'll meet in Zoom events for each of these sessions. So you can see in the lobby, this session today is in progress. You just click the join button. These other sessions are not open yet. They will be available when the time comes. And these other ones that were recorded will show up and you'll be able to watch the recording if you missed any of them. And itinerary, like I said, you can add the sessions here, but it's really not as helpful in this case. And one other thing, you can also filter by SDGs. Each session has the SDGs listed there, so you can filter them. And then all the awesome speakers, they were really hard on updating their profile. So please do take a look at who will be presenting. And then everyone who got in the platform and created a profile can be viewed here. So host would be me. I don't know why I'm not showing, but that's me. All the speakers are also here, and then the attendees. So there's about 50 attendees. Only 22 are shown because 22 have created public in this platform, not public profiles. So you can see who else will join the course with you and connect if you'd like to. So there are ways to connect with, like you can send a chat and so on. So this platform has some ways of creating engagement. So that's basically the very brief overview for the platform. Any questions? And I know I struggled with that myself, and I know I got a question from one of you about how you add these sessions to your calendar. And there is a way when you join the very first time. If you miss that, I'm not so sure. I can add them also, you know, create a calendar invite like I did for this session, just to make sure that people have these sessions on their calendars and don't miss them. Because I couldn't figure out a way from the lobby to add them to the calendar again. So if anyone figures it out, let me know, because it would be great to know. This is the second time we're using this platform for a native event, so I'm also learning as I go a little bit with the different quirks and buttons and functionalities. So if no questions about the platform, Meghna and Jenny, is there anything else you'd like to add about the course? Now it would be a good time to do that.
Well, I have two questions, Daita, actually. So Pam Martin is trying to get in and her link isn't working.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what to tell her.
I will send her the link in a moment while you ask the second question.
Yeah. Let me just let her know that you're doing that. Okay. So my second question, I guess, is, so the Zoom events is going to look like that and not look like what we're in right now, right?
What do you mean by that? Like your session?
Yes.
Your session will look like what we're in right now, but to join the session, you'll go into the lobby and click on the session's join button.
Right, which is what we just did for this session today.
Exactly the same thing.
Okay, that's great.
So yeah, and then it looks like a regular Zoom meeting and you have all the functionalities of Zoom meetings.
Great, thank you. That is all I had. And Meghna, are you gonna say something about the course overall? You are still muted.
I'm so sorry. No, that's all. I just want to make sure that everybody has all their questions answered and have access to the Zoom links, including the presenters who are here today for the first session that we have on February 21st.
Can I just ask a question?
Yes, yes.
So I'm just looking at my bar at the bottom here, and I don't have breakout rooms. Is that because I'm not the host for this session?
Yes. Sorry, who was asking the question?
It was Roger.
Hi, Roger. Yes, you are not the host for your own session. You'll come in as a co-host, so you'll have all of that. And, you know, I can actually make you a co-host and you'll see how that looks on your end.
All right, now I see everything. Good, thanks.
All right. And then anything else? If not, we're going to do some networking breakouts. If
I'm
that's
sorry, I want to confirm that all sessions works with the same link that you sent it to me today.
Yes, so for all sessions, you have to join the lobby and then you'll find them in there. So you don't have to have different links, just how you join the lobby today will be the same for all the sessions.
Perfect, thank you.
Yes, Ashwani.
So I went to the events platform, the itinerary link on the top. And if you click on that, it gives you the option to export to ICS file.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
What is an ICS file?
it's a
Apple?
calendar file. Yep,
Is that for Apple?
it's on the calendar file for Apple. Yes.
Yeah, but then nothing for Google, right?
I'm not sure. Maybe it.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it
So-
out. There must be a way.
Yeah, but you find a way, which is awesome. Because where did you find that?
If you go to the event platform,
Yes.
across the top, you see the date, lobby, sessions,
Yep.
itinerary, speakers, people. Click on itinerary. It'll show you the events by day.
Yes.
It says all days. To the left of that, it says export itinerary to ICS file, and you can download it, which I
Oh.
have done. And I'll figure out how to import that into Google, and I'll tell everyone.
Good job. I don't have that.
You don't see it?
I have all days, but I don't have the export to ICS, which is fine. I'm glad you have it. So, and maybe others do too. Who knows? Maybe because I have already done that.
It looks like, sorry for just
Yep.
speaking in, but it looks like if you go into the sessions and bookmark each one of them, then it shows it in the itinerary and then
That
you
may
can
be it.
export it.
That may be it. Thank
Yes.
you.
Perfect. Yes, that may be it because I did not bookmark them. So, yeah, I bookmarked one and now it shows up. So thank you. We found a way to get these on our calendar. And I'll put that in an email, maybe so that everyone knows how to do that.
And I'm giving you a link. If those of you that use Google Calendar, there's a simple link. I'm putting it in the chat to import events into Google Calendar from that file.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
don't know
download the
if
you download the file,
if it may have your own Zoom events link. So then people need to have their, because I think it will export with your own links.
okay. Well, for general information, if you get an Apple file, you can convert it to Google. I put that in the link.
All right, so let's do a little bit of networking here. I will have this prompt for you. Let me send it to everyone here. So I'll do some breakout rooms of 3 participants. And we'll go for 12 minutes. So that each of you has 3 to 4 minutes to share why are you here and what are you looking forward to the most in the course. So, and then share with us. So we'll see if everybody's looking for something else, or maybe there's some similarities. So, okay, let me create this and I'll see you in 12 minutes. Hi, everyone. Good to see you back. I hope that didn't cut you off too abruptly while you were talking, but I hope the conversations were good in your breakouts. And is there anything you'd like to share? Were there any common themes, or is everybody like coming from a different background or perspective or expectations for the course? I don't know, we're a small group, so we don't have to use the chat necessarily. You can use the chat or you can speak up. It would be just nice to hear back what you all talked about. Ashwani, you need to unmute.
I think
Sorry.
from our group, it seems, people are wanting sort of practical strategies and things that have worked, and just getting a general, how do we get the wider community even familiar about the SDGs as well? So, so I think people want tools that are going to work or that they can adapt in their own settings. So.
Thank you. And if you don't mind saying your name and institution before you start speaking, that would be great. So we know who you are. And that was Roger, right?
Yes.
Petri from Luther, and also one of our presenters. Okay, I see Roya. Roya, go ahead. You raise your hand first.
Okay, Roya Azizi from California State University, Dominguez Hills. Nice meeting everybody. One thing that it was interesting for me in this session, Meghna mentioned even after the course, because I am here to be familiar more how we can implement SDGs in our universities and connection with the community. And Meghna mentioned that even after the course, we can have this connection and ask a question. So this is very helpful. And I am very excited to learn. And then if I needed more help, I can ask more questions. And it was good news for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Roya. That's great. And yeah, one of our hope is besides, participating in the course, also having a lot of new relationships and connections after this course. Ashwani.
Thanks. So Lani, Danielle, Patrick, and I come at this from different perspectives, but we all seem to converge on. Please, Lani, Danielle, Patrick, add to this. To me, there were two themes. How do you go beyond lip service to the SDGs, to using them as a tool to think through education, connecting them to majors, connecting them to courses, using them proactively, not just, here's what we have, let's see where it fits, but how do you use the SDGs to actually change how we think about sustainability? The one thing the SDGs do for us that I'm sure of is that they completely blow up the idea that sustainability is about environmental. It's connectable to everything.
Thank you, Ashwani. If anyone else from that group wants to add anything else, let us know. But yes, that's indeed how it is. And I see that comment in the chat of our group is excited to get started. Yes, one more week and we'll get started to dive into these topics. Anyone else want to share any insights from your brief breakout room discussions?
Whoever came up with the idea of adding the word localizing SDGs, brilliant move. At the global level, we all see it. Local level, it's up there to use at the local level. So thank you for that.
Thanks.
Well, yeah, that would have been our group of organizers and presenters. So Jenny, you wanted to add something?
I was just going to say, I think, we had, I was excited that we have Karen in our group who's new to ASHE and new to RCEs, but she herself is coordinating a loose network focused on issues that relate to the SDGs. And, as a reminder, I think to all of us that obviously there will be presenters in every session. But one of the things we're really hoping to get out of this, we created this for very selfish reasons. One, because we said, if we do this course, then we can all participate and learn from each other. Because that's what we do once a year when we get together for our regional meetings, our RCE Americas meetings, and then we do it in little groups throughout the year. But this seemed like a way to do it on a more ongoing basis. And I think we all expect that there will be plenty of you taking the course who will have a lot of expertise to add to the discussions, and we're going to be learning from you as well. It's really going to be mutual and kind of bi-directional. So that was one thing. And I guess the second thing I want to make really clear is that we're not RCE missionaries. So we don't get commission if you start an RCE. We didn't even get commission when we started our own RCEs. So it doesn't matter to us if you leave this course and start an RCE. I think there are lots of ways to learn about, I think the general idea is that partnerships are what is necessary to advance the RCEs, and that our universities also have a long way to go in really knowing how to be a good partner. But partnering with grassroots communities and bringing the knowledge from those communities into our university teaching and research is really necessary to advance the SDGs through education and training. And that RCEs are just one example of these multi-stakeholder networks that are trying to figure out how to do that. So I think that's what we'll really be focusing on, different examples of that. And it doesn't matter. RCEs are just one mechanism through which to do that kind of work. So I just wanted to clarify that.
And I want to thank you all for being so patient. Well, I never got the link, so thank you, Daita, for helping me out there. I really appreciate it. Ashwani, I just wanted to add that the localizing is the key. I think you'll find the thread that unites all of us. We learn from one another throughout the Americas because you can always replicate things, but it has to be locally applied. So what works for one culture in one place and one specific ecosystem doesn't work for another place or another university or grassroots organization. And so I think I have learned a lot from being a part of the RCE network from everyone that's the organizers. And I've gone back and I've thought about, okay, how does that work in South Carolina where I am? And it looks different, but it's many of the same principles or programming. And so I hope that, I think localizing, and I mean, best practice of applying the SDGs is to localize them.
Thank you. I agree. Oh, by the way, Jenny, one point, payoffs.
Huh?
You said no commission.
No commission.
No payback is what it means. I had a big debate in our college with the administrators. What does payback mean? Does it have to be monetary, or can it be other kinds of rewards and satisfaction?
There are many kinds of rewards and satisfaction,
I
but
know.
even we'll get those rewards and satisfaction even if you don't start an RCE.
Well,
So I think, right, and one other example, I think another thing you'll come out of this with, to your point, Roya, about wanting connections after the course. I mean, first of all, I don't know, I'm just looking at people on this call, Pam and Meghna and like Carolina, like once you meet us, like you'll never hear the end from us. So don't worry about like making connections that will be longer term. And Roger, like that will definitely happen.
Yeah.
But second of all, like you'll be begging us not to get in touch with you anymore, of course. And but the second thing is that we're all really, really good at sharing materials and tools. And as an example of that, Pam doesn't even know this, Pam Martin, but the other day I was asked to facilitate a conversation or give a guest talk in a computing and sustainable development class, something like that. And I wanted to give them an example of localizing the SDGs. And I actually assigned the Murals Inlet report as reading. It was Pam's report that a student group wrote. So the students at Georgia Tech actually read that. And I was able to just show them an example of how in Pam's RCE at Coastal Carolina University, how they are working with communities to help them localize the SDGs in very specific ways. And so, you know, we all just share a lot of stuff. And so I think you'll go away with a lot of links and tools, and people are happy to walk through like how they used them and how they created them. And then as Pam was saying, you can make them your own.
Are there any more questions about the course or RCs in general?
Amanda.
Hi. So I have a question. Jennifer says that you guys are going to share all these links and resources, and that's beautiful, and I love that. Are we going to possibly talk, and maybe this is something that just somebody has advice on, how we can prioritize our time when we don't have a team? So I'm from the largest college in Ontario, and I am an office of one, plus however many students I manage to hire. So prioritizing the engagement aspect or the community engagement aspect, or, you know, curriculum, facilities, whatever, can be very difficult. I end up spreading myself too thin. So it would be great if over the course of this, that is something that
I can talk about that, Amanda. Believe me, we are in the same boat. I am an office of one and I don't even have students. So you are still ahead of the game from me. It's all about, I guess, first of all, it's about your network, how strong you are connected in the community with outside your campus boundaries is what helps build this RCE stronger. The second is, you know, you can kind of pivot and leverage some of the existing programs that you have or the relationships that you have to build this. So you can totally do it. You know, it's all about getting a little creative in terms of, you know, how do I do a strategic planning session, or how do I, you know, work on a project. The good thing is we are on a campus where you have so many talented students and faculty members who are wanting to be part of these initiatives because, you know, they get something out of it as well. So it's totally doable and we are here to help you out. But I think most sustainability offices are offices of one at this point, and we all have to we all have to deliver.
Yeah, it seems very uncommon for people to have teams where they've got a director, multiple managers, multiple full-time staff, multiple student employees, multiple volunteers. There's jealous of those people.
So join the club. We are an office of 0.
Yeah.
we're all overworked and spread thin.
Yeah. Which is why this network actually helps, right? Because it gives you the information, and the RC network is pretty strong in sense like, I need this information. You can always reach out to people, and, you know, people are here to help you out. So if nothing else, you will make lifelong friendships out of this network.
Amanda, I'll just add to what Meghna said, which is when I started the RCE, I don't think we really had a sustainability office. We had one, and then the person left to go to another job, and it just never got refilled. But because of that, the RCE was a way to mobilize community support and faculty, et cetera. And so we leveraged that with the President's Council for Sustainability, and now we have quite a number of we have an office with multiple people and student employees and interns, et cetera, in addition to a new major on sustainability and coastal resilience, as well as you know, a $500,000 grant to get things going. So I think, and that was really all because we you know, got together, had fun, and got creative, and then sort of gently pushed the administration towards that. So that's again, as Jenny said, not the only way. It's not the only way to do it in RCE. It was just one vehicle that I used. Sorry, Roger, I didn't see your hand was up.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, no, you have to kind of go where the energy is and sort of lead from the middle, and also recognize that if you can build sustainability initiatives into existing structures where other parts of the campus or community take ownership of the projects and are also willing to act as facilitators, so you don't have to burn out. And then, you know, I mean, I'm from the middle of the prairie, so I don't know anything about surfing, but I think it must be a lot like surfing, you know, as far as I see it on television. And so I think that's where you kind of need to go. And it's a long-term thing. You can start anywhere. The key thing is building the social capital, the connectivity, having accomplishments that people get excited about. And eventually, you know, the various things that need to get done will get done. But start where people are wanting to do the work. So.
Yeah. Any more questions? I know we have like 10 minutes to quickly wrap up. All right, I guess data, we are all good. Everybody has access to the Zoom event link, and all the questions are answered. So you have any
thank you so much for being here. I'm excited for the first session next Tuesday. And if any questions come up between now and then, you know how to find me. And that's it. Thank you so much. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Yes, thank you everyone for your time.